Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. It's got its M.O.T. Friday. Be fine. The tread from the tyre decided to remove itself from the rest of the tyre. This is going to be the last video I do on this van, which is my daughter's van, Hope, because we are actually coming to an end. Been painting the outside, as you can see, in the same stuff I painted my van in, which is an enamel coach paint. One coat of etch primer, and then it's had about 4 coats, and it's looking pretty decent. I mean, there is some dings and stuff on that. I have filled out a lot of them, but some of them are just too bad you can't get rid of. We took all the decals off apart from the Auto Quest one, which I left on, and Harley's going to paint that in, which should look quite nice. And then we'll get some different decals for the rest of it. We are literally about 4 weeks away from moving into them, so this one has to be done this week. It's got a back box on there now as well. I'll just take you around, you can kind of see it. Good stuff, this coach paint. It goes on nice with a roller, with a gloss roller. Get a pretty decent finish. Obviously it's not a spray finish, but it's not bad, and you stick some decals on there and stuff, and Bob's your monkey. So, is what it is. What's it, a 30-year-old van, or just under 30 years old. So, it's come up pretty good. Inside, we're pretty done. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, because she's actually moved in. She's living in it now, which is kind of cool. We will do proper van tour once we're out on the road in them, but the plan is now to get this one finished. So it's just finishing off the painting on the outside, which is nearly done. Got a little bit of underseal to do, and it needs the DC charger. We need to order that and get that put in, because she doesn't have one. Solar is now on and working and everything. She doesn't have any heating at the moment, but it is summer, so we're not really too concerned about that. We can get a diesel heater in here in the future. Her gas heater, the heat source 1800, packed up, stopped working. We don't know why, but it's still in there, so we may fix that later on. But diesel heaters are so cheap and so easy, we'll just chuck one of them in for now. So it's now Sunday. I've got a gig later. Did a gig yesterday, did a gig Friday, and doing the van. Knackered, but we're nearly there. And so we're going to get this done over the next few days, get it off the drive. It's got its M.O.T. Friday, I think. Anyway, 2nd of June. And then we're bringing my van back, get that finished, and then we're out of here. We've put our notes in now. It's less than 4 weeks. We'll be alright. Be fine. So, plan was to get Grace out of storage, get Hope off the driveway, and Harley was going to wild camp and then take it in for M.O.T in the morning. But the tread from the tyre decided to remove itself from the rest of the tyre. So I had to call breakdown out because we couldn't get the wheel nuts off because they were seized on. And he tells me the tyre was 17 years old. So to the previous owners, you bad man. And the spare wheel that we put on there isn't much better, so I'm going to get the van on the drive tomorrow. It's in the car park at the moment. I don't like leaving it here, but there she is. You know, I did my beard and my hair and everything. Welcome Grace back, but I don't like leaving her in the car park, but I'm going to have to, no choice, because the road outside our house now is full of cars and it's just really hard to manoeuvre down there, so I'll have to leave it till tomorrow. So I'll pop over and check on her later. There's a bit of a mess in there anyway. I've got tools now all in the lounge and a spare wheel in the bathroom, and so now I'm on the hunt for tyres. Yay! So, spent the rest of the day getting Harley's van finished. She is almost finished. M.O.T tomorrow. So we've got to get up nice and early. Grace is in the car park across the road. Don't want to leave her here, but got no choice. I mean, I could come over and sleep in here, but it's, no, not going to do that. So we're going to get up nice and early and take her van off the drive and move it round to the M.O.T place, which is around the corner, and then I'm going to get this van, Grace, back on our drive and order some tyres. And I know what you're going to say. People are going to say, why didn't you check the tyres, Brent? You know, you should check the tyres. We've had the van quite a few, 6 or 7 months, but we've not driven the van. It's been on the drive and I've been doing the renovations. I've literally only done just over 100 miles total in the van. My intention was to change the tyres. I knew those back tyres didn't look very good. It was my full intention to change those tyres before we left. It was on the to-do list. It was just unfortunate that it went in between picking it up from the lockup, taking it home, which is literally 5 miles up the road. Could have been worse though. Thank God I wasn't on the motorway or something like that, because that would have been terrible. I was doing 20 miles an hour around a country lane. Just happened to happen right outside someone's house, who had a great big driveway. We pulled in and they were really lovely, and they let us park on their driveway, and he even tried to help us get the wheel off. We couldn't get the wheel off. Lovely guy. Lovely family, actually. They all came out to see the van and had a little tour. It was great. And the breakdown man came and did it literally in 2 minutes. But was concerned that the spare wheel was just as bad. So, yeah, going to get them done before we go, definitely. But there's a few jobs to do in this van yet. Just want to get it back on my driveway. Harley's ready. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And by the grace of God, her M.O.T isn't going to be horrendous. It shouldn't be. But I'll keep you informed. Let's go!
Hang on, I forgot how hard those gears are.
Yeah, just go straight up and round.
It's just, it feels so cat-handed.
That's it. Yeah, the reversing camera's not really.
Oh, it's crap, isn't it?
Liking that so much.
Take that back,
That's it. On tit road again. M.O.T time. Oh, I'm so stressed. Van looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks lovely.
We've got 2 white vans.
2 very white vans. I had a nightmare getting on the drive.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was going to say, how did it go?
Oh, stressful. But yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? What a beaut. Yeah, man. We best get going, because I'll tell you what, that is not bad, if I do say so myself. Result. Harley's van, straight through the M.O.T. Only advisory was window wiper blades. So that is brilliant news. I've got to get 5 tyres for the van, so I'm getting quotes for that. I've been quoted $420 for 4 tyres fitted, which I thought was a little on the cheap side, but I don't know, I'll keep looking around. They haven't told me what tyres they are, so I'm going to pop to Halfords and get quote off them and some other places. But tomorrow we're back in Grace, back on the driveway for now, because we go full-time van life in 22 days. My anxiety levels are up and then down and then up and then down, but yeah, all good so far. So I've got lots of jobs to do to finish in here, get the finishing touches done, I suppose. But that's tomorrow. I've got to go and do a gig now, so I'm going to go and do that, and I'll see you in the morning. Currently painting out the cupboards as per Mrs. H's instructions. There we go. So another coat, bit of gunning in and stuff. Originally, we did put on these silver handles, but when I did Harley's van, we discovered the same handles in black. So she had black. So I've stolen the idea, and we're now putting black ones on, which I think look way nicer. They just pop way better than the silver. Don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Silver, black. Silver, black. Alright, good people. There we go. I've been painting the inside of cupboards, changing handles, cleaning. It's all looking splendid. Lovely jobby. I do like the black handles. If you did write it in the comments, I did black handles anyway. So, done inside there. Nice. Mrs. H will be well happy with that. Did a lot of cleaning. Oh, you can't really see much in there, but leather handle on there. That's much better than the rope we had on there before. So I've got some stuff back in. So it's all looking a lot better. Touched up all the paintwork. Gave some things another coat, like all of this top. Fixed all that. That's all good. Sink is leaking though. I need to put some sealant in there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm sort of like halfway through the van. Found a load of stuff that Mrs. H has been buying. Yeah, so that's got to go up. So like this side, where the cupboard doors do that and they open up to the bottom of the bed, which I did many moons ago. Obviously got to paint in there as well. I've got to do the same to this side. I was going to leave this side because they do open enough to get in, but it's not brilliant. So I'm going to do the same this side, which is a ball lake, but it will make it all a lot better. We've got 20 days. Did I tell you we're moving into the vans? Harley's already gone, so if you've been following Harley's channel, and I suggest you do if you're not, we renovated her van. She's gone. She's out of here. There's a couple more jobs to do on her van, but we'll get to that before we go. And I need to get this finished, undersealed, new tyres, blah blah blah. 20 days, and we've got to get the house packed up and everything in storage that we're keeping, and everything we're not keeping sold or destroyed or given away or whatever. I'm not stressed. Do I look stressed? I'm not stressed. So finished all the painting in the van. Still not got the tyres sorted out yet, but I'm working on it. It's very confusing. I'll explain later. And I was just sitting here enjoying the fruits of my work, thinking it was lovely, it's all tidy, I cleaned, and it all looked great. I turned my back for 2 seconds and look. They're in there. That's where the wardrobe is. That's the bathroom through there, and wardrobe, and they're discussing Harley and Tracy, that is. Where all this is going. Do we really need all this? What's in there? I don't know. Anyway, cheers.